Welcome to Norfolk Wine and Spirits and Norfolk Whiskey Group. We have Max Murphy, the founder of this company, which imports Antidoto Mezcal and quite a few other wines. Love these mezcals, and I want to know more about these mezcals. We met at that show a couple of weeks ago. And so Max, tell us how you got into this, Mexican wines and
Absolutely.
mezcals.
So first I want to introduce Coco here.
All right.
She's my chief salesman. She gets us all the sales, but everyone loves her.
Yeah, that's it.
So my wife Kenya and I started Tozi Imports in 2019. We import exclusively Mexican products, and our goal with starting the company was to bring Mexican wine to the U.S.
Where'd you get this?
We
Oh, okay.
in the course of bringing Mexican wines, we've met a lot of Mexican restaurant owners who have their favorite spirits brands, and sometimes they ask us to import a brand for them that they really want in here.
Sure, yeah.
So we were introduced to Antidoto Mezcal in 2020, and we fell in love with it. It's a very, very cool brand. The Espadín actually won double gold at the San Francisco World Spirits Competition.
Right.
And what makes this brand really unique is that they actually make all of these different mezcals in the exact same way.
Okay.
But they're all different types of agave. So we have an Espadín, we have a Madrecuiche, a Tepestate, and a Toba. But they're all cooked at 1500 degrees for 2 days. They are all crushed with
1500 degrees.
1500 degrees in an underground clay oven.
Yeah.
They are all crushed with the Tohono stone to squeeze out the juices. They're all fermented side by side with each other.
Okay.
For the exact same amount of time.
The system for the Tohono is just one, or they're doing multiple for all four different?
So it's one at a time.
One at a time.
One at a time. One horse with one 1,000-pound stone.
Right.
And then they're all put in the fermentation vats.
Right.
And they start fermentation together, and they run alongside each other in 4 separate vats.
Right.
In the winter, it can last up to 21 days. In the hot days of summer, it's down to about 9 days.
9 days. 9 days is massive fermentation. I mean, most of the
Yeah.
scotches that we have, I think none of them approach, like 3 or 4 days. So 9 days is very, very long fermentation. And in these, are these all fermented naturally with natural yeast, or is it?
All natural. There are no additives. They're organic. They're certified artisanal mezcals.
Okay.
There is nothing in here except for the agave juice.
Okay.
After fermentation, they're all double distilled and they go straight in the bottle. What makes this brand really stand out, though, is the aging of the plants. The Espadín used in our Espadín is nothing younger than 10 years old.
It's very common to have 8 to 9 or 10.
8 to 9, even 3 to 5 on the younger end. As soon as the capone rises out of the plant, that's the flower in the middle, they chop it off and they leave it in the ground for another 5 years.
Wow. Another 5 years.
Another 5 years after it first flowers.
Right.
And what that does is it actually, all of the nutrients that would have gone into the flowers are instead concentrated in the heart of the pina. And that gives it more complexity. We get a higher alcohol content out of it. Our Espadines range between 47 and 53% depending on the batch.
Sure.
But you tried them.
Yeah.
They are very smooth,
Right.
low herbal, a little bit sweet. They're not overly smoked. They're really elegant, really clean mezcals.
Right, and very different. So this particular one is 10 years old. The mother kush,
18-year-old wild agave.
18-year-old wild agave, and then we have Tepestate,
35-year-old.
35-year-old. That's crazy. And the last one is Toba, which is very rare.
It's very rare, 15 years old, but that Toba only grows. The heart of the plant grows to the size of a basketball. You have a very, very small yield. It was actually thought to be extinct until it was rediscovered, and it's called the king of the agave.
King of the agave.
Yes.
Okay. Listen, fascinating, and every batch is different from what I gather. And there was a massive challenge trying to get the first batch, how the truck crashed and things along those lines. It's a fascinating, wonderful story, and we will definitely get into it because we need to get you back here. And definitely, you're not coming here without Coco.
Nope, Coco will be here, right?
Right. So let's do that, and let's see, how people like it. I think they will appreciate that. Thank you
Very
much.
excited. Very excited to work together.
There you
Yeah,
go.
give me a pound. Give Coco a pound. There we go.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
so
you.
we'll have these here next week, and we'll go from there. Cheers.
All right, cheers. Take care.